everyone. Thank you so much.
So, it's been a while, no new tutorials for like 2 months, and I don't actually upload a lot nowadays. College is tough, man, I'm sorry. It's just the way it is, and I'm not gonna drop out. But, I got big news for you guys! If you read the title, you already know, I'm officially partnering with the hyperPad developers as an intern. I actually got an internship! A freaking job! I never thought I was ever going to be at this point so early, especially when I'm in college. Like, why now? I'm joking. I seriously appreciate this job. It just means so much to me because I'm a hardcore fan of hyperPad. I've been using it for like 8 years now. That's how much impact it had on my life.
We do not care.
And now I'm being paid for what I love to do. That's crazy, man. You know, if you have a hobby and you want to earn money from it, then stick with it. If you consistently do it, at some point, you're gonna become so good at it that companies want to hire you. It's all about consistency, man. Anyways, you guys are probably wondering how it's like to be a developer. Well, I'm working from home remotely, so I don't get to be in a very cool office with an arcade machine or whatever. So, on my first day, I just set up my workflow. Hamid, the co-founder, guided me into downloading everything I needed to get stuff running. I got a copy of hyperPad that I get to modify and do whatever I want with. Yeah, Hamid was so chill. I love him. So for my first month, Hamid wanted me to fix bugs. He said, "Fix everything that bothers you," or something like that. Yeah, I did just that. On my first day, I literally added new behaviors. I don't think I was supposed to, whatever. We haven't gotten a new behavior in ages. That's crazy. But after talking with Hamid later on, we made a change. The new math behaviors will be merged with the math function behavior. Cool. Now, the reason why we did this is I think we wanted to decrease the amount of behaviors that we had because we had so many behaviors to keep track of. So this makes it easier on us and easier for the users. So after my first week working with hyperPad, I'm feeling great actually. You're probably curious of how we work and why updates take so freaking long. Yada yada. Alright, I'll tell y'all, but I can't reveal too much. In general, we have a front end and a back end. The front end is the hyperPad software that is exposed to the user. It's what everyone sees when they use hyperPad. The login screen, the project editor, the behavior stuff like that. Oh, and the hub, forms, and the help sections that you currently see in the hyperPad app right now, those are web pages. They're not built into the hyperPad app. I'm hoping that will get changed soon. And then we have the backend, which is server related. It's the networking stuff happening in the background that nobody sees. Cloud backups, project submissions, the hyperPad website, those things rely on the backend. These things don't work offline because they require internet connection to the server. Cool, we have a front end and a back end, like the majority of the apps in the App Store have. I work with the front end stuff where I will be fixing bugs, adding features, and updating the user interface. So all the new updates that you will see in hyperPad from now on, I have contributed to those. Whether it's fixing one simple bug or adding a new feature, I am responsible for those. We have a Trello where we keep track of everything that is happening with hyperPad. We actually have multiple Trellos, but I'm just gonna be focusing on the most relevant one, and that's the hyperPad Tasklist. This is where bug fixes, features, changes to both front-end and back-end stuff are documented. So I'm just gonna be simplifying things a bit. We have 4 lists to worry about: high priority bugs, high priority features, doing, and then reviewing. High priority bugs and features are the things that we plan to add at some point. We also have low priority lists where the features don't need much attention. Each one of these cards has a member assigned to it, and that means whoever is assigned to that card intends to work on that particular bug or feature on that card. For example, I'll be working on a new behavior called Git Pixel. When we are working on a particular feature or bug, we would move our card to the doing list. And once we are done, we put it in review. So, in short, we plan a bug or feature, work on it, and then set it for review once it's done. Sounds simple, right? Nope. The way we work is very complicated, and that's for a good reason. We want to make sure that the updates we're implementing are helpful and are actually beneficial to our users. We heavily rely on users for input, even when it doesn't seem like it. This is also so when we submit our code doesn't have conflicts, and our code is easy to review. All of us gets a copy of hyperPad. It would be dumb for us to work on the same exact project at the same time, so it's better if all of us got a copy. Yay, I got hyperPad for free! Let's go! There's a server that keeps track of code changes and stuff like that. It's also responsible for merging the code with the original version of hyperPad when we are preparing to submit an update to the App Store. We make changes or add something to the code, say I add a new feature. I have to send those changes to the server. The server now has the code that I wrote. See? These are all the changes I've made in the hyperPad code. After that, I have to do something called a pull request on the code I just committed. When I do a pull request, I request my code to be reviewed and to be merged with the original version of hyperPad. Remember, the developers are using a copy of hyperPad, so all the code that we wrote is not in the original version yet. So after doing a pull request, our code is finally in review. Hamid is the mastermind of hyperPad, so he will be the one reviewing my code. If my code gets accepted, it might appear in the next update. I don't know, I haven't got that far yet. So, yeah. So, Future RX here, I'm editing this video and it's been over a month because it literally takes so long for me to edit a video like this. Turns out that if my code is accepted and merged with the main version of hyperPad, it's guaranteed to appear in the very next update. I worked on these bug fixes and Hamid accepted them and merged them into version 1.32, as you can see here. And there it was, in the App Store! This is crazy to me. I didn't think we would be able to push changes this fast, since some of the previous updates have only been minor bug fixes. But anyways, back to the video. That is my first week of hyperPad development. Yay! Woo-woo! Let's go! So, let me show you what I've done so far. Here are all the pull requests that I have submitted so far. Lots of bug fixes like offset hitboxes, visual bug of the set background graphic behavior, and typos and missing documentations in the behavior references. Yeah, and I worked with some technical bug fixes like the render texture not resizing after creation, and the alert behavior button index outputting a ridiculously big number when it shouldn't. Yeah, I added additional math functions and a new clamp value behavior. Cool. I just want to clarify that some of these aren't going to make it in the next update, so whatever I announce or whatever I say, I cannot guarantee that will be in the next update. After all, I'm kinda a newbie at this stuff, so not all of my code is perfect, and maybe I have to make some changes to my code, or I just have to rewrite it altogether. I don't know. But good start for my first week. I'm actually impressed with myself. I never thought I could accomplish this much. hyperPad better pay me good. I'm a developer now. This is awesome! I might just have a monthly event where the community votes features to implement into hyperPad and then I just add them in. Or maybe I just do a monthly update of what we're working on so far, like sneak peeks, hints, stuff like that. Maybe we could update more frequently, which I think that's actually gonna happen. Man, this is just insane to me. Like, hyperPad, y'all picked the right person for this job. I'm actually loving this. Yeah, that's the end of this video. Love you guys.
Cocoa pods and all that and stuff. Or pod install, yeah.
Cool.
Alright, cool. When do you start school? You start school
Monday.
week?
Yeah, next week
Monday?
on Monday.
Sucks for you.
Yeah, it does.
Alrighty. Talk to you later.
Love you, Hamid. See ya.
Yeah, love you too. See you later.
I just literally finished editing this video. It's oh my gosh, it's so long, and look what time it is and what day it is, bro. Tomorrow is Monday, bro. I'm gonna cry.